Alright, so we're checking out the only game where Australia can get so fed up with planet Earth that it'll rise up and take over the entire universe. It's Power and Revolution 2019 edition. Play mod, dammit. I have created a mod in an attempt to see if I can destroy the United States with disease. The year is 2400, and a 19-year-old football player has been elected as president. I don't know why, he was the first guy I clicked on, okay? We're gonna destroy healthcare, and then allow diseases such as Ebola and the swine flu to see if it can completely destroy the entirety of the United States. Kind of funny that we get a penicillin cut screen here. Only because penicillin is medicinal. We're gonna be effectively abolishing as many hospitals and medical services as humanly possible to help this along a little bit. I think that as human beings, we're far too resilient. I think it's kind of funny that Jarek Paul was born on February 11th, 1999, but it's the year 2400, so he's 401 years old. Welcome everyone to the United States, the place that's about to get Ebola-ized in just a moment here. But first, over to health and social security. Medical staff? No. Average salary? Garbage. Don't need any of this anymore. On a side note, we're gonna be lowering the budget. The time has come. The Ebola monster has bitten America, and it is whooping that ass. Daniel Dawson, whatever his name is, Dawson, is about to more than likely either have a heart attack or resign. Did I just die to my own Ebola virus? I think that was the fastest I've ever had a head of state killed. Ever.
Spread of the epidemic seems to have stopped.
Damn it, only in some places, because the spread of the epidemic is damn near everywhere. I changed a couple of things in the United States when I was making this mod. I have complete powers, basically more like a monarchy than anything else, so when I make changes to the law, everyone just has to just sit back and stare in awe at my stupidity. Ooh, Ebola! There it goes. All of my notations are just about the Ebola epidemic over here. There's like 88 of them that cropped up in the last 2 seconds. Ebola medicine purchase, no. New request for resignation. Wait a second, I no longer want to work in the government. Absolutely, it's gonna make my life a lot easier if you're not telling me about all the people that are dying from Ebola every 10 seconds.
We have subdued the rebel movement.
Thank you, Nick. Your recent actions have convinced us to halt the revolt in Washington. We will reconsider. What did I do? I didn't do anything. In fact, I fired my health advisor. I think another head of state just died from Ebola. Really? We're getting freaking cyber attacked? Jesus. Only 438,445 millions of dollars, eh? I'm not gonna lie. Victims 3,940. These are rookie numbers. We're gonna have to get these up. Okay, straight up. The northeast part of the United States is absolutely awful. Oh God, this is where I grew up. It's all just Ebola all the time now. Actually, maybe it's not just the northeast. Everywhere except for the middle of the country is pretty Ebola-ized. What do you want, good sir? Leslie Director of Intelligence. I imagine this is probably one of those instances where Canada is like, please don't come anywhere near us. 7,000 victims, 5,000 victims. That's getting a little bit better. Obviously, everyone is chain rioting over here. I'm kind of surprised, though, that they're able to riot when everyone's vomiting blood. Fear grips the whole country as it is faced with the raging epidemic. The growth of the areas affected by the disease causes waves of panic, and we are having trouble keeping order. That, Brian, is when I know I'm doing my job. Oh, feel free to resign at any time, by the way. 10,000 Ebola victims now. I got real bad news, Canada. Ebola's getting pretty close, man. I think, oh no. 3 individuals in Ontario have Ebola. Send emergency aid, no. Ebola has jumped the border, and Canada is probably pissed. We just lost our Secretary of Education to the Ebola virus. Whoops. All right. Real quick, why does Canada have a bigger Ebola virus icon than us? And I don't want to hear its genetics. Oh, there he is. Betty Ramos, Secretary. Do you want to attend the ceremony? Nope.
It's your special duty to create a new government. If you like, I can do it for you and appoint all of your ministers.
If I feel like I could do it for you. We need a new government? Why? Because everyone in the entire government is dead from Ebola now? Hell no. Oh. Ebola fever epidemic, new home in Indianapolis. Despite all of our precautions, the city is not safe. What precautions? I don't think I haven't accoladed any money to saving anyone. Here we are in the heart of Indianapolis, where I don't really know what's happening over here. It looks like people are, what in the holy hell? Everyone is just surrounding this one police officer. Is he about to get the ever-living hell beaten out of him? Oh God, here goes the protesters. They're heading to the next area, the main square. They've already taken that. It looks like there's one military HQ. Easter, refuse. It's a legit Congo line of protesters. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that the swine flu would be way worse than Ebola. Here, I'll confirm $0 to help the public. I thought the swine flu was gonna be way, way worse, but Ebola is freaking doing a thing. All right, here we go. Looks like they're storming the military HQ. However, there's fire and missiles everywhere. The entire military headquarters is on fire. It is just burning to the ground. The few military folks, it's demolished. It just burned to the ground. See these guys shaking their heads back and forth. They're like, no, Gray, don't do it. I just found out that you can grenade yourself. Watch. Whoops. All right, we've got one brave soldier over here trying to bust down the barricade. I'm pretty sure he's not getting anywhere. Never mind, he's totally getting somewhere. And he immediately died. I don't think that the demonstrators are fleeing because of anything that we've done. I think that the demonstrators are fleeing because they're slipping all over the entrails. On the plus side, the hardiest place in the United States is Texas. Texas has quite a few cities that are not plagued by the Ebola virus. Everywhere else is totally screwed, especially the Northeast. We must be extra dirty up here. All right, police officer, you know what to do. Get your ass up here. Go for the body. There you go, buddy. Make an arrest. All right, we got some tear gas over here. There we go, a little bit of that. Okay, maybe tear gassing was a bad idea. That's a lot of ants coming at me. And he's down. All right, now we're getting friggin' double penetrated. The swine flu is now also intermingling with Ebola. So now we have the Ebola swine flu. Swinola. That's what we have now. Swinola. At first I was kind of surprised that all these different this guy loves to interrupt me. That all these different epidemics didn't kill any more of our government, but then I remembered that we don't really have a government anymore. Meeting request, refuse. 37,000 victims from the Influenza A over here. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now we're starting to get numbers. 40,000, yeah. 43,000, 44,000. I find it interesting that the flu completely killed off Ebola. It didn't really morph into anything else. It just straight up kicked Ebola in the nuts and got rid of it. I can only imagine Canada is like first Ebola and now the swine flu. Are you freaking kidding us? Gonna put that free healthcare to good use. Oh, that's nice. Mexico just declared war on us. Fantastic. Way to kick a man when they're down. On the plus side though, if Mexico takes us over, then they'll have to deal with the friggin' swine flu. 24,000 refugees. I can't tell if the refugees from Mexico's attack, Ebola, swine flu, there's so much crap going on in the United States, I don't even know what to pick. Mr. President, allow me to express my concern about the victims of the catastrophe. So far, you haven't allocated more than $0 of the 887 billions necessary for the rehabilitation of the stricken zones. You must do something. I am going to do something. I'm gonna click on this OK button and forget you ever existed. The World Union for Human Rights denounces our country. It is shameful, Mr. President. I have no words to describe your behavior. You spend international aid money on things other than helping the catastrophe victims. Really, I haven't spent any money at all. Like, I haven't helped anyone. I don't even know how many freaking presidents I've been through. They've all died. Oh my God, the governor of New Hampshire. What sort of friggin' accent are we gonna get on this guy?
Dear compatriots, I address you from the studios of the main national television network.
I love the background here.
Under our control.
Under our control.
On the terrain, our insurrection movement is in the process of winning the battle.
What?
We are officially calling all life forces and dissenters of this country to join the rebellion in the capital to end the current regime once and for all.
Okay, thank you, sir. I like how it animated little hands, like everyone's standing there waiting to hear what this guy has to say as he turns the country into a friggin' rebel uprising. Man, this disease stuff is fantastic. I should have done this a long time ago. 82,000 victims now, just in this one city. 85,000 over here, 59,000.
Just a week to go before the opening ceremony.
Refuse. Home state, New Jersey, born and raised. With influenza, that's how I spent most of my days. You know what I haven't changed in a while? Any laws. No more education. We don't need it.
Advisors and high officials need a captain to lead them. Without him.
Refuse. This dude immediately resigned the second I took all of his budget away. No training at all. It's not like anyone's actually gonna be an educator anymore. Really, Mexico? You wanted to attack us? Now you've got almost 100,000 victims of Influenza A. On a side note, we're getting our asses absolutely kicked. Probably because no one can shoot straight because they feel like crap 24 hours a day. Oh look, it's the plague, just chilling. All right, Mexico's rolling in over here. Let's see how our boys do. You got the, what is this over here? The court of law, police headquarters. That guy insta-died. All right, there's still a pretty decent military headquarter building right over here. Now, to be fair, there's about 7 times the amount of Mexican forces that are beginning to move in. Okay, everyone just died to a friggin' grenade. That was pretty bad. Wow. There goes that city. Oh my god. They're blowing the court of law up. They're just burning it to the ground. Oh no. Hey, Mexico, how does Ebola taste? Go ahead and enjoy that. That's what you get for invading a diseased people. Well, I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is that the spread of influenza, the plague, Ebola, it's all kind of slowing down. The bad news is that it's slowing down because there's only 9.5 million people left in the entire United States. Swine flu epidemic resignation threat. This guy has been saying he's gonna resign for the past like 8 months. Also, it says help the population of Texas. Texas is under the rule of Mexico now. Oh hey, Mexico wants a piece of Egypt now. That's odd. Yeah, Ebola is way more viral than influenza. Like, Ebola strikes up in one area and the next thing, I turn around for 2 seconds and then the entire United States has the Ebola virus. Oh cool, Florida totally doesn't have the Ebola virus right now. So, good news. For the first time, it's only been a year. The United States is about to get a bunch of medical treatment, I think. And that's because we are now owned by Mexico. You know what? It's not our dollar fighting the diseases anymore, so whatever. Well, that was interesting. The United States is once again no more, thanks to Ebola, influenza, and the plague. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode of Power and Revolution 2019. Just till next time. Stay foxy, much love.